I mean, I've been to Mexico a bunch of times and learned to haggle. And you round it off to $5 or $10 there, they're happy. These guys in Haiti, $1 meant everything. And I could see the look on their face. The dollar was whether his kids ate today or not.
Wow.
So I bought everything that I could. In fact, I haggled and haggled and haggled and haggled, and then I paid him like 5 times of it anyway.
Wow.
Because the fun was in the haggle. And I come back with all this stuff. People go, "Oh, they got you." And I go, "No, they didn't get me at all." I mean, we're crazy. So I want you guys to have your head screwed on straight when we start to talk about these things, because it is so freeing to not be in that position where you're living on borrowed money, and where you're worried about the next penny, or you're worried about impressing the neighborhood. I remember when I was in that corporate America system, there was a time in my life when I was so screwed up. We did a road trip to Las Vegas, and didn't want to take my car, so I rented a town car. But I was so concerned about what everybody else thought. I took a razor blade and I got all the little barcodes and stickers out of the windows so that people didn't know it was a rental. So what I want you guys to think about is what it's like to not have those pressures, to not fear what's in the mailbox, to have everything on automatic, and know that if the power goes out, it's because someone hit a pole somewhere. Not because the little guy in a truck snuck up and pulled your meter off the wall. Because I've been there too. If the water doesn't work, it's because it's too cold and the pipes are frozen. Not because the guy down at the corner took the little wrench and turned the valve. Because I've been there too. So please, what we're going to talk about, some of it's going to seem a little bit big. Some of it's going to seem a little pie in the sky. But I want you to know it's all real, 100%. If you're not believing it, it's because you're doubting yourself. It's because the brainwashing isn't removed yet from your corporate America training. Because let me tell you, corporate America has screwed us up. We don't really understand our own value anymore. How many of you have, my son came to me, my son just started working at corporate in New Hampshire. He's one of our data processors. He works for Mike Kalinsky, he doesn't work for me, thank God. And he's getting paid what that position pays. I mean, he's 18 years old, he's trying to decide what to do with his life, and he got his first paycheck, and he's all excited, and he comes up to me, he goes, "Dad." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm making more than minimum wage." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "How do people live on this?" He goes, how can it be possible that people can live? And I said, "Well, Austin," I said, "this is why you need to make sure you have your attitude in the right place. You need to better yourself, because it does take more than that to live." So let's go through some stuff. The only number that matters of all the ones we're going to talk about tonight is 1. And that 1 is you. Because everything we're going to talk about tonight comes from there. It comes from you. It comes from your attitude. It comes from your work ethic. It comes from your effectiveness. It comes from how you're able to duplicate yourself. The first thing I want to do is I want to strip away. We have 5 components of the lane. Have you guys seen the new document that's what we call Staying in the Lane? Who can tell me the 5 lanes or the 5 components of the lane? It's a little pop quiz for you guys.
90 for life.
90 for life.
Healthy body challenge.
Healthy body challenge.
5 by 5.
Let's do them in the right order now. What's after healthy body challenge?
It's the CEO Mega Pack.
CEO Mega Pack. Reggie's batting 1,000. What's after that? Are you next?
Okay, and then the 5 by 5.
And then 5 by 5. Those are the 5 components. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to strip away 90 for Life, the Healthy Body Challenge, CEO Mega Pack, and all of our Are You Next incentives. Because to be totally honest with you, 90 for Life, this is business training, okay? This is not product training. Business training tonight. 90 for Life is just something to talk about. That's what 90 for Life is. It's something to talk about. The Healthy Body Challenge is just something to do. The CEO Mega Pack is just somewhere to start. And the Are You Next incentives, it's just an excuse to do it. That's what those things really are. Something to talk about, something to do, somewhere to start, and an excuse to do it. Because believe me, our Are You Next incentives are just an excuse. We are natural born excuse makers. All we're trying to do is give you guys excuses to do what you need to do. Because I know we're all good at making excuses to not do the things that we're supposed to do. Jim Rohn said it the best. He goes, if it can be done, it's easy. It's the impossible things that are difficult. And the things that you need to do to build your business are easy to do. The catch is they're easier not to do. So what's left? If we take away the thing to talk about, if we take away the thing to do, if we take away the place to start, and we take away the excuses to do it, what do we have left? 5 by 5. And what is 5 by 5? 5 by 5 is really how you build the business. It's duplication through activity. It's the activity. Duplication through activity. Now let me ask you a question. Our corporate America mindset versus longevity mindset. This is where it's going to start becoming real apparent. If we were in the art business, do you think it would be more valuable to be able to paint the Mona Lisa or to draw a stick figure? Which one's more valuable? Mona Lisa? How many say Mona Lisa? Raise your hand. Come on. I know Mona Lisa's worth more than a stick figure. Who says I'm trying to trick you? Let's put it this way. I want you guys to think about a business plan. Now I'm going to pay you $1 million for each Mona Lisa that you can duplicate. Paint. Okay? So all of you guys are Mona Lisa painters. All of you guys are stick figure drawers. And I'm going to pay you $12 for every stick figure.
I think I
that
do
you
the
can
stick
draw.
figures. I think I do the stick figures. I make
Okay.
more money.
Do you want to move to that side? See, corporate America tells us to have value, we must be able to do something no one else can do. We must have skills that no one else has. We must know things that no one else knows. And that makes us irreplaceable and valuable. Longevity says, hey, let's do something real simple that anyone can do. And if we can make $12 every time it happens, we're much better off. Right? See, corporate America taught us all the wrong things. So let's talk about the 5 by 5. Now it's time to go through some numbers. I want you guys to write some of this down. What does 5 by 5 mean? What are we saying? What are we trying to teach you?
5
contacts a day, 5 days a week. That's the basic formula. Now, it's not 5 presentations. It's not 5 closes. It's not 5 three-way calls. It's not 5 of anything other than 5 contacts. Now, I guarantee you, each and every one of you makes more than 5 contacts every day, just unless you're a hermit. Who lives in a cave down by the water? Nobody? Okay, so we don't have any hermits here. So 5 contacts a day, 5 days a week. Now, here's what that turns into. That's 25 new contacts a week. Not 25 new presentations, not 25, three-way calls, not 25 got them to the meetings. 25 new contacts. What's a contact?
An excuse to talk to somebody.
Meryl, you get 1,000 points. Because that's what a contact is. It's just an excuse to talk to somebody. And you don't know what it's going to turn into. It's an excuse to talk to somebody. And how do you prove it's a contact? Well, you have their name and a way to contact them. It could be a cell phone number, it could be an address, it could be a home phone, it could be a work phone. It could be, this guy's at the lunch truck every day at this time. I don't care what it is, it's an excuse to talk to somebody. So if you follow this, 5 contacts a day, 5 days a week, that's 108 new contacts a month on average. Okay? That's 1,300 new contacts per year. Now, when you put it that way, it sounds like a lot. But remember, these are just excuses to talk to people. These aren't 1,300 presentations. It's not 1,300 people that you put in a headlock, give them a Dutch rub, and got them to join your business. It's just contacts. In fact, I'm going to ask you if you think it's fair that if we say 5% of the contacts ultimately turn into a customer. That's 1 out of 20. Now, if you were in corporate America and you were a salesperson and you only converted 1 out of 20 of your contacts, I would fire you. But because how many people need what Longevity has to offer?
Everybody.
All of them. Okay, so what we need to do is explore the want. The funny thing is, people go on their wants, not on their needs. So let's say 5%, 1 out of 20 turns into a customer.